I'm with Tiger Television, and we want to know what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful for my daughter, Delaney. She's 5 months old, and I'm very thankful to have her in the world.
Probably just seeing family and people who I don't get to see very often.
Well, I'm thankful for everything I've been giving from my family. I'm thankful to be here.
Food.
I'm thankful for nature and everyone around me that I can enjoy nature with.
I'm thankful for this great school, I'm thankful for my family, and I'm thankful for each and every day.
I'm thankful for the fact that I have a great daughter, I have a wonderful life, and I'm here teaching at South with all you great kids. That's what I'm thankful for.
I am thankful for my family and friends and that I have the opportunity to teach at an awesome school, Go Tigers, and I'm thankful that my husband is coming back home from Afghanistan very soon.
I'm thankful for a great family with wonderful children, and I'm thankful for all the nice people here at Wheaton-Warrenville South and our job here at Wheaton South.
But I personally have a tradition that I embrace every Thanksgiving, and that is relaxing on my couch, watching college and pro football all day. I love it. It's a blast. It's a great way to relax. And then usually I play a significant role in cooking. My wife and I share those responsibilities, and so putting the meal together for later that day has always been a blast.
My family has some crazy traditions. For Thanksgiving, we actually get the whole family together. We rent out a giant hall, so there's going to be 65 people at Thanksgiving this year. And then at about midnight, we all go bowling. And then after we finish bowling, we have a big family bowling tournament. Then we go and do karaoke at my uncle's house. So it's pretty crazy traditions, but that's what we've done since I was a kid.
Me, Black Friday, I might, get a couple of stereo things for my car, or I might buy my little brother's a sister something. Really not much, but I am going to get something.
I might get Black Ops 2, Assassin's Creed. Yeah, some video games, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna get probably a lot of clothes and like a lot of accessories for me and my friends.
I'll probably get a lot of clothes, and I'll probably get some stuff for my brothers and my family.
I'd probably get an iPod or some slippers for my grandma, like a bathrobe, some pajamas.
What are your experiences with smoking, and how have these experiences affected your life?
Well, personally, I've never smoked, and I do plan to keep it that way. But one thing I do know for smokers is that it can be, if nothing else, a very expensive habit to uphold. Even, I just know a few years ago, like 6 years ago, when I went to get health insurance and life insurance, one of the first questions they ask you is, do you smoke? And if you do, you should expect to pay a lot, not just for the cigarettes, but also to pay a lot for health insurance and deductibles and things like that I think a lot of young people don't think about at this point in their lives.
I've never smoked, primarily because of the effects it had on my family. My grandfather died from emphysema years back, and my aunt, lung cancer, and she was only 45 years old when she died, so that was pretty awful. My dad is suffering emphysema right now, and tomorrow we'll be having a cardiac conversion because of the effects of smoking to his heart, which means they will stop his heart and then restart it in hopes that there's not permanent damage. He's suffering from plaque buildup and years of smoking, and he has been smoking for 51 years. My dad is 65 and has been smoking since he was 14, and now if this doesn't work, he'll be getting the gift of a pacemaker for Christmas.
Well, I smoked for 10 years from the age of 12 to 22, and I started smoking in 7th grade. I remember it was New Year's, and my sister, who was a senior in high school, was sitting with all of her friends, and she told me that if I smoked, I'd be cooler than I am already. So I took a cigarette, and I thought, well, I want to be cool because my sister's cool. And I took a puff of it, and I remember coughing really, really badly. And my sister and her friends laughed at me. And so then I kind of made it my goal to be able to smoke and not cough while I was doing it. So she messed with me a little bit more, and she said, if you lift your head back and inhale, then you're not going to cough. And of course I tried that, and I still was coughing. So then I think I made it my life goal at 12 years old to prove to my sister that I could be cool and smoke without having anybody laugh at me. So I started smoking at 12, and then at 22, I went through my life smoking, and I was no longer exercising. It took me, I was out of breath all the time. And at 22, I had met my soon-to-be husband, and I remember him specifically saying to me, because he was a non-smoker, you taste like an ashtray, you need to quit. And that was an eye-opener for me, that I smell, my breath is disgusting, and this is not good for my health. So at that point, I quit smoking on December 31st of 2004 and have never picked up another cigarette.
And another thing is that about smoking, with the experiences that I've had with two uncles who have passed away, is that it doesn't always happen when you're old, unfortunately. One of the uncles who passed away was relatively young. He had a daughter who was 10 years old, who's a niece of mine, and there's nothing sadder than seeing a father or mother, die at a young age from something that's very preventable as cancer. And I can't tell you the sadness that was enveloping their family and our whole family as the younger uncle was dying, and his 10-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son had to kind of go through this and watch, and not being able to grow up with a father from something that's really is preventable. You don't have to smoke.
It's a very slow killer. It's not going to kill you right now, but the effects are permanent. If you stop sooner than later, you can have a nice long life and pain-free. Don't be afraid to quit. What do you got to lose but your life?
What I want you to think about is think about your worst enemy and think about what you'd like to do to them, okay? And then I guarantee you, whatever you would like to do to them, it pales in comparison to what a person who's dying of lung cancer goes through at the end of their life, when they're having to be restrained by having their arms and legs tied down because the pain of the cancer is that intense, and they can't breathe. It's one of the most horrible things you can ever see.
I would definitely say that for someone who has never smoked before in their life, that I feel like, to me, it has only improved my quality of life. It's only improved what I'm able to do. I just ran my first half marathon, and could I have done that with smoker's lung? No.
I think smoking is a habit that you pick up when you're young, because when you're young, you think about the moment and you think about what satisfies you at that moment, and a lot of times you don't think about your future. I think that all young people have this immediate gratification that they look for, and they don't realize the loss that they could have long term. You don't know who you'll fall in love with in the future. You don't know what your kids and grandkids will be like, and the thought that you could actually miss that, miss the good, miss the bad, miss everything in between, it's not worth it. It's not worth it for the immediate satisfaction that you get from smoking. So.